Welcome back, you guys. Welcome to Shelf Life. My name is Leah.
My name is Val. Apparently that's hard to say.
And this is episode 13.
Yes,
Woo!
welcome back. Okay, are you ready for my question?
Yes, I am.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a dancer do you think you are?
A 3. I'm definitely like a 3. It depends though, like out at the club or like in my kitchen. In my kitchen, I'd say I'm like an 8 or a 9. Out in public, definitely a 3. I get scared.
Yeah, that's valid.
I feel like I'm dancing very silly. But in my kitchen, nobody's watching, so I can just let loose.
The silliness doesn't matter.
I guess. Mm-hmm. I guess I just need to consume more liquor before I'm dancing in the club. We're not loose enough.
Oh my god.
And how would you rate your dancing?
Oh, I'm also a 3.
Yeah.
However, I have some wild confidence. Wild confidence when it comes to dancing. I have confidence for nothing else, but as soon as I start dancing, I mean, like, I just commit to it. So I'm like, I think everybody thinks... No, they probably don't think I'm crazy. I think I look good. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. On a technical level, I'm not even kind of a good dancer. Not even a little bit. I used to be in dances like a kid.
Really?
Like a little kid. But I think I stopped when I was like 6 or something. Like,
so how many years total do you think
I
you
have
were in it?
literally no idea.
Okay.
I started when I was young. I ended when I was young. And my dancing skills all stopped there.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I never took dance as a kid. So I never got any lessons, and I never learned anything else.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Because my knowledge is, it's gone. It's just replaced by blind confidence.
I feel like I'm the one that, when I'm in the club, I'm doing the frat flick. And then I'm like, oh, I'm getting the ick from myself.
Oh my god. If there were like security cameras of me, like at a bar dancing, I would burn them.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I go out, it doesn't even take alcohol to get me to dance.
No.
Like the thought of alcohol makes me want to dance.
Yeah.
I just like
Yeah.
I don't know. I love to dance. Terrible at it, but I love doing it.
No, that's the fun part though. Even if you're not good, you're supposed to do it.
Yes.
It gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yes. Do you have a move if someone were to push you into a dance circle? What would you do? On Saturday. Yes. That's a good one. That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, I think that's probably all I could really do.
Mm-hmm. On Saturday, a dance circle formed, and all of a sudden I was like,
Did you get put in?
no. I started sweating, and I was like, oh my god.
You were nervous.
I was like, if I get pushed in the middle, I'm like, what am I going to do? They're all going to make fun at me. Like, they're all going to point and laugh.
Were the people in the dance circle actually good?
No. One girl was. She, like, got on the floor and was, like, breakdancing, and I was just
damn.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I was terrified, though. I feared for my life.
Yeah.
I had to, like, back up out of those. Like, I actually don't know any of you guys.
I'm gonna go to the very edge of the bar. Like, find me in the corner over there.
I need to go to the bathroom suddenly.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that's something that I want to get more comfortable doing. I've thought about that in the past because I don't like just standing around when I go out. Like, it makes me feel awkward. I feel like everybody else around me is having fun. But it wildly depends on the crowd that I'm around. And I remember going out to a bar in Platteville a couple months back. And there were girls, like, dancing, having a good time, shaking their ass. And then there was this old man just standing off to the side, just fucking staring. And I was like, yeah, this makes me wildly uncomfortable. So I didn't really let loose, and it definitely impacted my mood. Like, I was more hyper aware of the fact that there was just a man there, rather than I could just be myself and just dance. So yeah.
Isn't that so disappointing?
It is.
So
it is.
gross.
Old men should not go to clubs, okay?
I was on a hike last week, and I was wearing, like, biker shorts, and it was hot. I had a sweatshirt on, so I took my sweatshirt off, and I was wearing a sports bra. Like, not even, like, anything revealing, just, like, a sports bra. The amount of looks I got from people was ridiculous. I actually put the sweatshirt back on because I felt very uncomfortable because everybody, they do the Wisconsin, hi, where they...
Hi. Yes, yeah.
like out of breath. It's like I don't know why we feel the need to say hi to each other, but whatever. So I get that, and then I always got like and I was
yeah.
stop. It was uncomfortable.
Was it always men too that did that?
Yeah.
Or were there some women?
I think there was only one woman that I passed.
Okay.
Just coincidentally, lots of
yeah,
men.
I just don't fucking judge people for what they're wearing and don't stare, okay? It's rude. It makes us uncomfortable. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just simply stop.
It wasn't even that revealing or anything.
No.
Like,
No.
Bro.
No.
Please.
Yeah, no, I hate that for you.
Ugh. Yeah.
What a world we live in.
What a world.
Yeah. Okay, well, do you think it's time to get into the episode?
So. Yeah, I think so.
All
Talked
right.
about dancing for enough. It's time to talk about
dancing
books.
and creepy men.
And creepy men.
Yeah. Okay, well, today we are at Bean Juice in La Crosse, and I am sipping a butter pecan latte with oat milk. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's just the flavor isn't very strong for me. Like it basically just tastes like watered down coffee and milk.
I'm drinking a hot brown sugar cinnamon latte, also with oat milk, and this is my favorite drink at one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I get here. I've actually never tried anything else, so I'm gonna give it a 10 because I just it's a little
10.
it's a little sweet today, and they forgot about my drink.
Yeah, they did. I got here and Val was like, they forgot my drink.
Yeah, but it's all good. So this week we read That's Not My Name by Megan Lally by Megan Lally.
Hmm.
Do you want to give us a synopsis?
Okay, so this book is told through 2 different perspectives between a missing girl and then also a boyfriend whose girlfriend went missing. So yeah, the missing girl's perspective is basically like, she's living with this man and who.
So she like wakes up in the woods.
Yeah, that's how the book opens.
She wakes up in the woods
in
and
a ditch.
In a ditch. Has no idea like where she is. Has no memory of really anything about her.
Mm-hmm.
And like she knows that she was kind of like running from something, but that's pretty much all the memory she has. She has no idea what's going on. So she gets picked up by the police.
Mm-hmm.
A man who shows up at the police station is like, "You're my daughter." She doesn't recognize the guy, obviously, but he like provides a bunch of like documentation and is pulling out like all these pictures of her, and so she's like, "Oh, you're my dad." So her dad takes her home.
Yeah, the cops, they they had to verify all of these things, and because obviously they didn't want to just release her to a random man. So with those documents, that provided enough proof, I guess, for the police to actually like release her into his custody. But then, okay, so through the boyfriend's perspective, his girlfriend went missing, and so it's basically they're trying to find her. Everybody is kind of giving up. It's been 5 weeks since she went missing, but it still shows like the police efforts. The police are only looking at him basically, but because he's the last person who saw her, and they had like a little argument, and so they think that he killed her, but he's like, no, I didn't. Like I did not, and he's not giving up. Like he wants to find her. So it's basically like him trying to find his girlfriend and clear his own name, and
slay. Good synopsis.
Okay.
Synopsis.
All right, so getting into more details now. Or I guess before that, Val, what did you think about this book?
I did really enjoy this book. I thought that, I mean, from a thriller aspect, a lot of it's pretty like, I think I saw a lot of it coming. It's fairly predictable, but it was a very like interesting book. It got me like very in the mood for like fall and all sorts of like thriller-y type stuff. I'm like, ooh, this is like a good little transition.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I like enjoyed the 2 different perspectives. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of. How did you enjoy it?
Well, wait, what was your rating? What did you give it out of 5?
I think I gave it a 4.
Okay.
Or a 3.5.
Okay.
We'll stick with a 4. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just had a little break, conversation with a stranger, and we got some pears. Should I put them
Oh
off
my
to the
gosh.
side? Do they? Nah.
We can leave them right
Yeah?
front and center.
Okay.
Right next to the door.
That was so cute.
This is so random, but you definitely seem like the type of person like strangers would just like come up to and like talk to.
100%.
Like there's just something about like I feel like you have like a very like open and like I don't know like
Good.
I don't know how to.
That's what
explain
I
that.
want. I
Yeah.
want people to feel comfortable coming up to me. I'm a safe person.
You are a safe person.
But I love that.
What were your thoughts about the book?
Okay. So I also really like this book. Obviously, I like thrillers. So I also kind of had a feeling about what was going to happen. It was pretty obvious. I mean, opening with the girl being missing and like waking up in the ditch and then the man showing up at the police station. I was like, fuck, this is not her dad.
Right.
Right away, I was like, God, they're going to release. Yeah. So I just kind of knew what was going on, except the ending did still throw me for a loop because I obviously was not expecting that. That's what the author wanted to do. She was successful in that. Sorry for the abrupt pause.
This table's metal.
That had a nice pop sound. Okay, so sorry for the abrupt pause. Our camera is really struggling in the sun right now, and it just randomly shut off. So if you're watching the YouTube, sorry, but we're
Sorry
back.
for the cut.
Okay, what were we talking about? The ending, how it was predictable. And yeah, I think I gave this book a 5 out of 5 just because I really liked it. I liked the writing style. It was easy to follow along with. I think I sat down and read this in like one sitting or like maybe two.
I've read it really fast too.
Yeah. So it was a really easy read. It's already dimming again.
Please.
Yeah. It was really easy to follow along with though. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. Yeah, no, that interesting fact about Leah, she does not listen to music in the car, like, probably half the time.
That's so interesting because I'm not a music person. Like
Yeah.
I work out. I don't have headphones. Like I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like not a music person. But yeah,
in the
like
car?
in the car.
Yeah.
I don't just want to like sit in silence.
Yeah, I guess. I just sit and I look at the things that I'm passing by and whatever.
She's present,
just-
which
I
is
am
probably
present.
a good thing.
Yeah.
She's aware.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
when, like, sometimes I'm feeling music, and if I have an extra minute or two, I'll sit down and, like, pick a playlist and stuff, but half the time I'm like, I gotta fucking go.
You all are probably really confused, but our camera had a little. She's struggling in the sunshine, so we had to take another little break for her to cool down.
Yep.
But we're back, and we're gonna finish off.
Yes, we are.
I have literally no idea where we left
We're giving
off.
more details now.
Now we're giving more
Yes,
details.
so this is our more detailed analysis of the book.
Yeah, so
and
spoils.
Yes,
You've been warned.
Okay, so I tried to spoil this in the very beginning, and now we're coming back. So we're picking up from the missing girl. She goes home with this man that claims that he's her dad, Wayne, and basically, like, while they're eating breakfast, she has an allergic reaction, and he's like, oh, it's the eggs. I forgot you're allergic to eggs. And then he freaks out, whatever, obviously she doesn't remember anything, so she doesn't know what she's allergic to and whatnot. But he doesn't like them going outside of the house, but then she doesn't have any clothes that actually fit her, so she convinces him to, like, go downtown, or not downtown. They actually drive, like, an hour and a half away to go to
Yeah.
a shop, which seems wild.
Because he refuses to go anywhere near them because he's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's just nothing in town, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So they drive an hour and a half to the shop to get some clothing, and then she was hungry. So, and he was a little tentative to actually stop to get food, but they stop, they get breakfast, and she orders this strawberry milkshake, and he's like, make it a large. Turns out she's actually allergic to strawberries, which she also had that first breakfast. So, she has another allergic reaction, and then that's when she starts to, like, she's like, this is weird. Why wouldn't he remember what I'm allergic to if I'm his daughter, And then along with that, like, throughout the time that she's with him, she starts to remember little pieces of what she believes is her mother. So she'll ask him, like, oh, was my mom a nurse? Or did we have any pets? Like, things like that. And he's like, no. And then, so his version of her life does not match up with, like, the things that she's remembering.
Yeah, and eventually he even shows her a picture of her mother, and it's like this blonde lady, and the girl that she was envisioning had like really dark hair and
Yeah.
whatever, and she's like, they didn't look anything alike from
No.
what she's remembering. So
all of these little things are making her, like, realize that, like, I don't think he's who he says he is. You know, she starts to piece that
sus
together. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So at the same time, then, what's his name? Drew?
Yes.
Yes. Drew, who obviously is getting accused of, murdering his girlfriend because his girlfriend disappeared. He is like, okay, the cops aren't doing their job. They're just trying to blame me. I need to actually, like, step up and try and get more involved. So him, his cousin, and then his girlfriend's best friend, they all start working together, and they actually like break into the girlfriend's best friend. What's her name? I don't remember.
I can't remember right now.
I don't remember.
Not important.
Not really important. Her dad is like the officer working on this case. So they break into his office to steal the information that they got from the tip line, and they end up finding out that there is like a girl who had saw
Yes.
Mary is the girl's name. But she saw this girl at the diner with Wayne and was like, she literally matches their description perfectly. Like, she's wearing this jacket or whatever, and the jacket that she had made, that she was wearing, was one that the best friend had made for Drew's girlfriend Lola,
Yes.
who is missing.
Yes.
So they start to think like, oh, maybe this girl that you're getting a call from Pennsylvania.
It's a spam.
So they start to think like, oh, maybe this girl is Lola, like we should find her.
Yes. But yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't really go forward to, well, I mean, Drew did try to go to the sheriff's office to tell them, like, hey, you need to take this seriously. Somebody saw her. It matches her exact description. Like, go look. And then the officer was basically like, oh, so you stole evidence, just another reason why you're guilty. So he basically, like, incriminated himself, and then he was like, well, fuck, if you're not gonna go do it, I'll just go do it. So the three of them ended up driving the hour and a half to this other town, and they actually called back that lady who called the tip line, and they were like, could you meet us? And they pretended to be an officer. And then basically they got her to chat with them, and she told them, like, what she knew.
And talked to the lady who owned a thrift store there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they basically, like, just found different witnesses from that town that had seen Lola, or who they thought was Lola. And then they went from there.
So from there, then, they decide to go. So the lady at the thrift store was like,
Yes.
oh, yeah, she stopped in with her dad. They bought some clothes. They said they were from this town. I forget the name of the town. But they said they were from this town. So they decide to go to the town, and they go to the police there because there was another person who was missing, and they're already looking for this other missing person, whatever. So they go in, tell the police officers all that they know, and the guy who had done, like, basically, like, the whole background check, made sure that Mary was Mary and, like, let Wayne take her home, he was there, and he's like, listen, I'm sorry, but, like, this girl is not Lola. She's not who you think she is. And they're just like, no, like, we are so adamant, this is Lola, and Drew cannot let it go. So while the police officers are like, thank you for, like, giving us this information, you all should go home, we'll take care of it from here, we'll do another check-in, whatever, Drew decides, I'm gonna take matters into my own hands. And he goes and finds out the guy who was missing was their neighbor, so he goes to the neighbor's house and is like, I'll just find her, I'll walk around and I'll find out where her home is.
Yeah. And at this same time, back to the missing girl, Mary, like we said, she's making all these connections. She's finding out that this man is not actually her dad, like, he's lying about who he is. And she realizes that she's in danger. He's about to take her to a second location. He says that their house is done with their renovations or whatever, so they're going back home.
Somehow they put flooring and cabinets in 2 days.
Yes, yeah. So all these things were just like, racking in her brain, and she knew never let them take you to a second location. So she was like, I need to get away. And while he's like packing the car or something, she decides to go down next to the river, and she sees a coyote with something in its mouth. And then the coyote drops it, runs away. She goes to investigate, and she finds the body of the neighbor, the other man who's missing, Ben, who obviously Wayne killed and tried to hide. And then Wayne ends up right behind her, and he's like, you always mess things up, or something like that. Essentially Wayne like showed up. Obviously he knows that she knows, and she runs away from him through the woods. Like he's literally chasing after her. She ends up getting, they must have been at like just missed each other at that neighbor's house too, because she ran to the neighbor's house. She saw the old woman coming out of her door, and Wayne comes up behind her and grabs her. And then I don't know, somehow he
like knocks her out, I think.
Yeah.
And then like chains her up in the basement.
Yeah. So when Drew is approaching the house, he sees Wayne carrying this girl over his shoulders, and he's like, oh my God, that's Lola. And so yeah, Wayne chains her up, and he turned the gas on in the house. Drew happened to come in through the basement while Wayne was like upstairs or something. Mm-hmm. He saw that this girl was chained up, and turns out it was not Lola. It was a girl named Madison, I think.
I think so.
And on the wall of this basement were a list of names of other girls that had been in that exact situation.
Basically, Wayne, his actual daughter, had passed away many years ago, and in order to cope, he had been like kidnapping girls and like disguising them as Mary sort of thing. And then obviously once they started to remember things, or once they started misbehaving or whatever, like he would kill them and get a new one.
Yes.
But tragically, Lola had been there. She just had been one of the ones that was killed.
Yeah,
so.
she was the last one before Madison. But yeah, at the very end, basically Drew and Madison end up fighting their way out. Wayne ends up falling down the stairs, and he like dies. I think.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought he died at the bottom of the stairs.
Maybe.
Well, either Wayne dies or he gets captured, but he will never hurt another girl again. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was a very, very tragic ending. I thought that it was Lola the whole time, but then Val mentioned something that was very interesting that I didn't pick up on right away, but the timeline. Because Lola had been missing for 5 weeks, and this girl, she woke up, and this was told within like 3-day span, maybe. So Val was like, it just doesn't make sense that she doesn't remember anything from the last 5 weeks, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This whole time, Drew had been beating himself up because he let Lola walk home alone that night, and he was like, it's my fault she went missing, it's my fault she died, but in reality, Wayne would like stalk his victims for weeks before he actually grabbed them, so it was inevitable.
Right, if it wasn't that time, it was going to be another, which is so sad.
Yeah, and at the very end, they celebrate Lola's birthday at the same spot they would every year, and then Madison shows up and basically tells Drew that, like, you know, it's not your fault that she died.
They kind of have a little heart to heart, because he's just like taking it really hard, obviously.
Yeah, But yeah, so that's the book. It was really, really good, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Very sad, but it was a good thriller, for sure.
Yeah. But next week, we will be talking about 7 Dirty Secrets.
7 Dirty Secrets.
Okay, I don't remember the author on that one, but we'll tell you next week.
I don't know either. I did start that one, and one of the characters' names is Valerie, though, and it is really messing with my head.
Yeah, I bet.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's funny.
Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you all so much for listening.
Thank you.
Please tune in next week. Spotify, YouTube, follow us on Instagram, all the things.
Follow
Show
our
us some
personals.
love.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Catch you later.
Bye.